All right. Good afternoon, YouTube. Um, Back to you today with we're gonna call this one day 4 of rebuilding the Subaru BRZ for ScaleWorld.net for Pete Gritty. Um, just want to say, man, really enjoying this. This has been a lot of fun. There's some issues on fitment that you'll have to redo with, just like with any resin items. But I got the body kit back on. Let me see. I got the body kit all back on, and the hose still look a little big, but like I said, by the time I start putting primer and paint in there, that should fill up. Really liking these wheels on here. They were actually meant for a Mustang that I got building, but these are looking really, really good on there. I put the body kit on the way it's supposed to be. You guys see me notch the fenders out in the day 3 part 2. I got everything set up in there and done, but I wasn't, how should I say, I was looking online, when you look at different pictures of other builds and other kits. Now, this right here is, like I said, the resin trans kit, what it'll be titled, from 81. And basically, everybody that buys this kit is going to have the same body kit, needless to say. There's also a few kits being made already as the Rocket Bunny kit, which is all plastic, but their flares and stuff ain't as pronounced as these flares. So, you gotta, this is a $70 body kit, So I want to get Pete what he, his money's worth. So what I did is I went and looked through several different rear fins that I had, because I kind of didn't like the way this height was really big up here, and the way the damage is on the trunk. I needed to find something that still went into the same form, and I couldn't find that the look I was going for. So what I did is I just chopped up Pete's fin. It was really high. I sanded it down, and then I notched it out here. You guys can go to 81 and see what the Rocket Bunny fin is really supposed to look like. And I sanded it about halfway down. It goes up really tall. And then, like I said, I notched this, and then I rounded the corners a little bit more. On here, on the lower piece, you see how it's stuck out here like that? I was fitting it in flush there, and if I fit it in flush here, these sides came back out over here. So then what I did is I just fitted the back side flush with the bumper, and that way it gives me this lip. My intention is to paint this the same color as the body, and then I'm just going to highlight the indentation part. Some of the other way people are doing it, this right here is just all black, and whatnot. But I thought I would do this, give it a little bit of extra lip, poke out a little bit. Now on the front is I took the front lower valance, which came out. It was supposed to come out really wide. It come clear out to here, about the side of my finger, not clear on that side, but like right about here. So what I did is I just started sanding it, and I took my sandpaper and I made it even with that flare right here. And then I rounded it off and I pulled it back in more to here. And then I just cut this notch in here. I V-cut it, try to follow the bumper. The reason why I did some things like this and like the rear fin is not only to make it my own, but the factory itself has these little drop indentions. So I was trying to play off that a little bit, Went ahead and glued the window cowl in there because I took Pete's stock hood and I cut it. I laid tape down. Oh, come on. I laid tape down here and up around the sides, and I took my X-Acto blade with the number 11 blade, and I kept scribing it to where it scribed out, and then I just laid the hood down, do a little bit of forceful maneuvering in there. Try not to use heat when you do something like this, guys, because you could warp the whole hood, with not enough heat. So what I would do is, after I made my cut, I took fingers where on both edges, like this, I take my finger and I try to bend it. But you can't bend it real quick and real fast, or it'll just break, or, do some stress pulls, kind of like when you bend them and pull them off a tree. You know how you have that, sometimes it gouges a plastic or whatnot. So I'm trying to refrain from that. And then I just put in little pieces of plastic cardstock to get it down, and went ahead and did a quick build up. That's still loose, but I just put it in the pegs to see where the hood fall. Let me see, get in there. Okay, there it is. It's kind of hard. I was trying to look over the camera, and so then I just put the hood in place there, and you can see where it don't touch nothing. And then, just you look up underneath there, you got plenty of room. It sets down. And so when I get the intercooler in there and all the other parts, the hood that Pete bought for it is also an 81 hood. He kept it for his other project. But the scoops for the bunny rocket, all the scoops, they're going over the top. I just want to do something a little bit different, so I went under instead of over. And again, I'm trying to play into, the way this body is doing this. As you're going, the way this hood would work, as you're pushing air in through the intercooler, it's going to come up over the top. So a lot of people say you want the scoop up to suck the air into the motor for it to breathe. But right here, with this great big old bass mouth open up here, your intercooler is going to set there, and the function is, it's going to, the airflow is going to come up out of the hood. And but that's just about it. If you flip under the underside, you can see I've managed to, do some sanding, get the gaps really straight. Everything else is looking really, really good. I believe Anthony has changed his channel to War Dog Models, and he has stepped up and got me a turntable. So pretty soon, I will have a turntable, and I won't have to hand do this. Big shout out to Anthony there. If you guys ain't subscribed to him, go check him out. And that's just a, a little quick update. Day 4 for the Subaru BRZ rebuild for scaleworld.net. A couple shows going on this weekend. A lot of great models coming out of those. There'll be some shows this weekend coming up, the 16th, across the country. So you guys go out there, attend some shows. On my Facebook page today, I posted up some pictures of the actual 81 items that are into this. And like I said, if you bought everything that I have pictured here, you're spending some change, but it's well worth it. I'm not going to use the canards, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use the mirrors yet. But I went ahead and posted up those because they are with the kit right now. I don't know if I'll use them. I had to do some reshaping on this one. I don't know if it happened, if it was a casting issue or what, but it had a high spot right there, and it was covering the bent a little bit, so I trimmed that up. I'm trying to do just little bitty details that will make this I don't want to say a one-off, because anybody can buy this kit if you want to fork over the money to do it. 81's got some good products. It's really clean. It's going to enhance your build, but you got to be able to become a modelist and not it's raining today, I'm going to build a model to really have the desire to spend $70 just for the body kit. But it's a great kit. I would say it's worth the money, but I'm just cutting it. I'm sorry, Pete, but I'm just cutting it up and shaping it to be more of a personalized build instead of a trend build. As of anybody can buy the 81. So with these little touches, it's making it unique. So that's about it. Thanks for following me again, guys, today. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Pete, I hope you're liking the process. I wish I could have had this done for you for your show this weekend at the NNL East. For anybody headed out that way, make sure you run into scaleworld.net out there. You'll see him. He'll have a shirt on. It will say scaleworld.net on it. Go out there. The guy does some really good. Vision 124 will be out there. George Ramos. Go check out some of his stuff. He actually got 3 of my builds this week to show out there for me. Just so I'm going to try to do my part to help support the hobby grow. Even if I can't attend in person, I'm going to try to send some of my builds out this year. So Pete will have some, Robert will have some over there at the Bustle Knuckle Garage. Go over there and check him out. I know a lot of the East Coast guys are excited about the NNL coming this Saturday. So guys, go out there, do some shopping, do some fellowship, and enjoy the models, enjoy everything, and don't forget to share your pictures. If you guys follow me and don't have a YouTube page, I don't care what you guys build, your quality or your style, get a channel out there. I would really enjoy to see what my subscribers are building too, and you never know that maybe I can have something to help you enhance your builds, or even just products to share, or just, I always enjoy seeing somebody grow in the hobby. Always enjoying seeing other people's passion for the hobby. So this is Minnie. It's a quick 12-minute video. So you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back soon with day 5 work on the Subaru BRZ. So hope you like it, Pete. Leave you guys comments. I would like to know what your guys' thoughts and ideas are, your reactions to my ideas. And just to go from there. Also, I'm thinking about, so this right here looks a little plain. I was thinking about maybe running something off there. How I have that lip there, running something off there and add something too. But I don't know. We'll see what day 5 brings to us, guys. Have a great day. This is Minnie, and see you when I see you.